librarian, and I came to read.
Hello, girls and gays. I just want to, here comes Sarah Sanders, but I'm not going to speak about her at this moment. Who I'm going to talk about really quickly is Monique. I'm not sure if you guys are aware what she's doing. She's getting up there and she's dragging Miss Whoopi by them dreads, by them locks that she had. Now, I'm taking it with a grain of salt. I don't know if I also need a grain of sugar as well, because Monique was the one sitting over here talking about we need to go ahead and go easy on her racist sister in Christ, Roseanne. But I'm gonna let that, I'm gonna just act like I don't see it. I'm gonna act like Bird Box a little bit, you know what I mean? Just for a few minutes and I'll get back on that. But Monique went ahead and dragged Miss Whoopi Goldberg, and she said, you know, Whoopi took her aside talking about, oh girl, essentially saying, and I'm gay paraphrasing it, girl, you know how we do it over here. She's essentially saying that Whoopi said, girl, you need to just take what you get, and you need to take what you get. Stop making a ruckus, stop making a noises. And she's like, girl, if you would have just sat your ass down, I would have schooled you. And then Monique was just like, sis, I don't know what she could have schooled me on, but I've been doing this shit for 30 goddamn years. She said, you know, the good sis has just been to help. And I say that humbly. And I'm just like, you can't throw shade like that. It's talk about you say. You can't throw shade like that. Talk about you say that humbly, girl. No, ma'am. That shit was funny as fuck. She was just essentially saying, she was talking about the industry as a whole, and she was saying, you know, everybody's telling me just take the little bit that you're getting.
Take the little bit that you're getting and sit your little ass down.
Take the little bit that you're getting, you know what I mean? And just move on, and hopefully bigger things will come. But she was like, girl, we've been doing this for the longest, since black people were allowed in entertainment. You see what I'm saying? So she was just like, how long do I have to keep doing this bullshit? And she's like, I'm not going to keep doing it. She said that, you know, I looked at Whoopi when she told me that, and it dawned on me that this woman doesn't even care about me, because she doesn't even care about the people, the black girls that are gonna be coming in the industry after her. That's what one of her focuses was, Monique's focuses was, apparently, is, you know, it's not just me out here, it's other black women who, they paved the way for me, but I need to make sure that the way is even easier for the black women that are coming after me. And so I thought that was an interesting, beautiful ass dragging that Monique went up on that interview and did. I can tell you that I was definitely here for it. Girl, we just gotta clean up this Roseanne shit. I don't know what's going on with that. It was very surprising when you came out here defending that wannabe slave owner. You know what I mean, plantation owner. It was just kind of weird, Monique, but I really did appreciate you dragging Whoopi for a filth. And it's not just Whoopi who's been doing this shit. It's a lot of black legends that are out here, and that all they've been doing is tap dancing. And of course, I'm not gonna be naive. I know that in certain cases, you have to play the game, especially with these people in power. You know, sometimes you do, but when you make a whole career off of doing nothing but kissing white ass, especially when you don't have to, especially when you can carve out new lanes, especially, you know what I mean, you've achieved this status, this power, when you're able to carve out new lanes, I think that, at least in my opinion, I think that you should. I think you should get tired of licking Master's boot. You see what I'm saying? And of course, we have to talk about the queen of petty herself, Beyonce. She released these pictures onto Instagram just to remind you girls who a bad bitch really is. You see what I'm saying? She's out here looking like somebody's sexy ass rainbow Twizzler, and I am getting all of my life. But what gave me even more life is the young Supreme rising to snatch Beyonce's wig, and that's Blue Ivy. Blue Ivy's hair is constructed like my hopes and dreams, and I can only imagine that some of y'all are very angry right now because you wanted Blue Ivy's hair to be snatched up, snatched out, gelled down, you know, combed the fuck down, combed out, and tattered and battered like y'all mama had y'all fucking edges looking. But it's okay, y'all dragged Blue as soon as she came out the womb, and now she got more hair than your mama and y'all aunties put together. So I can understand why y'all be mad about it, but it's okay. The young queen is out here living her life, and that's really all that matters. So I also wanted to talk about Bad Bunny. Now my bestie Gio, he's the one who kind of really introduced me to Bad Bunny. He's over here trying to break the machismo that's going on in the Latinx community. You know, he's trying to break the homophobia and shit. And there are some people are talking about, oh, well, girl, all he does is paint his nails and shit. That's not really a whole lot of shit, but I'm just like, girl, you know, in some of these minority communities, especially Latinx community, the black community, you paint your nails one time in your paint your nails if you want to in your household. You know what I mean? That's it. It's a wrap. People be turning against your ass. It's like you committed a whole ass crime. I'm always happy when I see people like him stand. And it's not just like Instagram photos. He's over here saying like, girl, homophobia is garbage. When that whole news about Ozuna came out, and that shit is so messy, girl. Like, woo, that shit is messy. And the only reason it's messy is because the murder of that Kevin rapper is involved in that shit. So, you know, so when that news about Ozuna came out, it was a lot of homophobia that jumped out. everywhere, but Bad Bunny, I'm sure, was specifically focusing on the homophobia within the Latinx community, and so he made comments about that. He also said that he went on a trip in Spain and he was trying to get his nails done, and people were acting like, you know, it was just this big ass deal. He's like, girl, what, are we in the 1950s? Like, what's going on? Are we in the 1960s? I hope that he continues to talk his shit, and you know, no matter how many people get angry at him, I hope he continues to drag it. I hope he does. And it doesn't hurt him that he's fine as hell. I will just say that, and I mean, that's that on that. All right, so I'm looking at this list and it looks like most of the rest of the video is going to be pretty politically based, so you need to make sure you fasten your goddamn seatbelts. First, since I was just talking about homophobia, I just want to say really quickly, this prominent gay conversion therapist, his name is David Matheson. He divorced his wife and he came out as gay. I understand people being down low. I understand people, you know, you're not able to come out of the closet, but you being in that motherfucking closet does not give you the authority, does not give you the right to terrorize other gay people who are out here living a goddamn life. I'm telling you that shit right now, okay? I don't have no sympathy for your ass getting dragged by not only by the straight community, but also by the gay community. You're just gonna have to deal with it. You're gonna have to atone, girl. I am so sick and tired. I mean, even politicians, they'll be over here creating anti-gay ass policy, but sitting over here getting their dick sucked in the fucking office by these white twinks on Grindr. I'm tired. I'm tired. So yes, you can be in the closet. You know, we all was in the closet at one point, but bitch, you need to sit your ass down in that motherfucker until you can figure out a way, you know, if that's your desire to get out that motherfucker. Like, and that's it. You don't need to involve anybody. You don't need to terrorize anybody else's life. Sit your ass down. Speaking of somebody who needs to sit their ass down, it's Trump and this goddamn government shutdown. Let me tell you something. The pressure was building up on this man so good. The pressure was building up on this man so good, like we were shaking a goddamn Coca-Cola, and his ass was scared to open that hole. Let me tell you something. The FAA has apparently stopped flights coming into New York, and that airport's already a goddamn mess, girl. And you can say what you want to say. LaGuardia is a goddamn mess. They're saying that, you know, the staff is short. They're saying TSA workers calling in sick, as they should. Your asses ain't paying their ass. You know what I mean? So I said, girl, you fucking with travel? No ma'am, that's business, girl. Now if it's anything, girl, the United States has to keep that capitalist machine moving. So you fucking with travel, you fucking with business, you fucking with money, girl, it's not gonna be cute, okay? And he knows that shit, and I just wanna let y'all know that apparently, I saw this shit on Twitter. I was like, girl, what's going on? What's going on? They got the fucking, is this the yodeler from Walmart checking y'all bags and shit? Girl, the only reason he gonna ask you to put your electronics in the bin is to see if he can play some Fortnite while your bags are getting checked, girl. This is a security risk. What is going on? What is going on here? Now, I don't know the situation. I don't even know the airport. I just saw it on Twitter, so I'm just letting you know the type of pressure that this man was under. I'm talking about even FBI agents. They said, girl, okay, this shit, like, girl, we supposed to be nonpartisan, but sis. So this shit is going on. The pressure's building, Okay, so what Nancy said was, girl, you know what? Let me see what tricks I got. Nancy said, sis, she made a few calls. She said, okay, I got the power to stop his dumb ass from coming in. Okay, so if I say he can't come in the goddamn House of Representatives, he got to stay outside and he has to give his little State of the Union speech outside. He can't come inside the fucking chambers. Okay, girl. And she sent that motherfucking letter. She said, girl, your ass, you will not be giving a State of the Union address unless the government is open. And that's it. That's all she said. That's it, girl. And he was mad as hell talking about, oh, girl, I postponed it until after the government is open. No, girl. Nancy dragged your ass for Phil and said that your ass couldn't come up there. Now, sis, there's a lot of shit going on, even the statement that he made, and I'll talk about it, but it's a distraction from what's really going on. Let me tell you what's really going on, okay? Roger Stone ass has been arrested. I'm sure we all saw that shit. I mean, they came in there like this. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. They came in there just like that. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. They banged on that door. Somebody said they gave his ass a black man's arrest. They didn't give him no chance, no information. You didn't even know that your ass was coming. They said, FBI want to make sure that all the shit was laid out. You didn't get the chance to put up that goddamn evidence. They came in on that door like a thief in the night. Like a thief in the night. And what's so funny is that Roger Stone was talking on this shit. Now, if you didn't know what Roger Stone was really doing, Roger Stone was one of Donald Trump's prominent campaign advisors. Now let me make sure I got it right. He was arrested on charges of obstruction and giving false statements and witness tampering. He's also, the reason why they're going after his ass is because, you know, it's been evidence upon evidence that he was involved with the Russia tampering and shit. He allowed that shit to happen. We talking about DNC hacking, all that shit. So they got his ass real good. But what I find funny was that, you know, not too long ago, he was talking shit. He was just really confident. This is what he said.
Oh my God, I'm busted. Drinking Russian vodka. Mueller, arrest me. Libtards.
It's funny how the tables fucking turn. It's funny how the tables turn, and I promise you I will be like a server, I will be like a waiter, just watching them turn. Just make sure you leave a tip on this motherfucker turn the table so I can take my ass home and buy a few more goddamn crop tops. Now, in the face of all this shit going down, Sarah Huckleberry Chin-Ass Sanders, you know what I mean, Huckleberry Fin-Ass Sanders, she took her ass on there talking about this. This is what she said.
I think the biggest takeaway that we have is what I just said. This doesn't have anything to do with the president, doesn't have anything to do with the White House. One question that I would be interested to see is if these same standards apply. The charges that have been brought are about false testimony. If those same standards will be applied to people who we know have given false testimony in the same matter, like Comey and Clapper and Clinton and others that are in a similar position. I'd be interested to see how that plays out.
Oh girl, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Oh girl, sit your heavy chinned ass down somewhere. You need to take your heavy chin to the gym because there it can be used like the dumbbell that it is. Sit your ass down. She's trying to protect her goddamn stuff because she see this shit going down the goddamn toilet. And there's so much shit going down that toilet that you would think that hole would be clogged, but it's not, girl. It's still going down. You know what I mean? It's going down. And she knows that this shit's going down. Just like her IQ points. I'm sick and tired. You hear me? I'm sick and tired of Huckleberry Fin-Ass Sanders, okay? Now, I want to make sure that we understand what's going on with the statement that Trump made today. He's trying to act like he came to some big deal, some agreement, like he was really working on some huge deal. The only thing that happened was he was facing pressure. The infrastructure of this country was about to fucking collapse, and he had no goddamn choice but to open up the government. Now, let me tell you something. The government will only be open for like apparently 3 weeks. That's all the funding that has been allocated apparently. But what's funny is that the damage has already been done. They already lost their fucking homes. The people who had to ration their fucking insulin and shit, it's already happening. Like, you lose your paycheck, you get set back like that, it's going to be difficult for a lot of people. So apparently the deal is it's only 3 weeks that the government will be open while they negotiate this border shit. He's not getting his goddamn wall like he said he wanted. So essentially he fucking caved. And that's all the information that you really need to know, is that these employees are still going to be fucked up. They're still going to be damaged, their lives damaged because of this temper tantrum that this man has thrown and hasn't even got the goddamn funding for this shit. So I'm so upset. I'm just as upset as, what is his name? Michael Bennet. I think he's a senator for Colorado, if I'm not mistaken, Democratic senator. This is what his ass was doing in the Senate.
How ludicrous it is that this government is shut down over a promise the President of the United States couldn't keep, and that America is not interested in having him keep.
I also want to make sure that we understand that there has been rumors that Trump is planning on trying to declare a national emergency. It's been rumors for the longest, but there was recently a rumor that a draft has already been made. And in it, they're trying to act like this whole thing is a goddamn national emergency, blah, 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 blah. So we need to allocate funding. We need to pull taxpayer money, you know, couple bill to build this wall. That's what he's trying to do. Now, the thing about that is that it's just posturing. It's just grandstanding, because as soon as he does that dumb shit, it's going to be lawsuits out the ass. You know what I mean? The courts are going to drag that shit for filth. They're going to, first of all, the courts are going to want to see legitimacy. They're going to want proof that this is an actual national emergency. If you cannot provide that shit, it's not going to fly. So he's trying to grasp at the fucking straws. Now, you know, straws are so damaging for the environment. I think, you know, a bunch of fish and turtles, they get fucked up because of the straws. It gets lodged in their body and shit. And it makes sense because Mitch McConnell is constructed like that turtle with that straw stuck in his goddamn throat. And that's why his ass don't be saying shit that make any type of sense, okay? okay? So on that note, I hope that whoever is able to, I hope you enjoy your weekend. I hope that we can get this man out of office. I hope that we make informed decisions come 2020. Even though America is still gonna be America at the end of the day, girl, we're gonna do like Justin J said, we're gonna do harm reduction or some shit. And I want everybody except Sarah Sanders to have a good goddamn evening.